Hello, today I'm going to be showing you how to do the King's Indian in chess. The King's Indian is a very modern opening that starts with knight to f3, and that's going to stop black from putting his pawn on this square until he could bring in his knight to c6. So once I have the knight here, I want to move the pawn to g3. And he's gonna move his pawn out here, uh, and then I'm gonna move my bishop to g2, and he's bringing out his Antonio, my opponent, is bringing out his knight to try to get a uh, pawn on this square, and right now this is normally how the King's Indian starts. It starts when you don't have that much control of the center, but if you execute the King's Indian well, you'll be able to start a pawn chain going to the right and attack the king here. So I got checked. So I think I will. I don't want to move the bishop to this square here because that's going to leave the pawn at b2 undefended. The queen would probably be a better choice he, to to set to block the king, since I don't want to have to move the king since I'm planning on castling. So I am going to trade queens since the Antonio's queen was going on the attack. So this pawn right here is protected by the knight, and it also stops my knight here from getting out. So I need to somehow fix that. But I'm going to castle to put my king in a good defensive position. So now this is now we're in a pretty good defensible position. Antonio's a little stretched out. I could see how he could castle on this side, but his left side's pretty weak and his right side's not as developed. So I want to start developing my left side. So I'm going to bring out my bishop and start. I'm going to start an attack. That wasn't the best attack since I lost a bishop out of it. Or I mean, a pawn out of it. I will move the knight here to set up the bishop going this way. And it looks. Oh, Antonio took my piece here. So I'm going to pin this pawn right here to so it can't move, because if it does move, the king will be in check, and you can't have that. So right now I'm not in a good position. I'm down two pawns. He's got pieces uh, uh in my territory. So since starting to bring in the rook to pressure, I'm gonna move my rook up. Currently, my rook on a1 is a little trapped. So what I could do next is take this pawn, and the horse. You may say the horse could take the bishop here, but now I can attack this bishop, and the castle coming, the rook coming in. I'll need to block here. I believe. Oh, he's gonna take the horse. And at this point, I believe the game's a little lost. I could still take. Because I could try to trade rooks, so that'll leave his bishop undefended. But he'll probably move his bishop here. Oh, he's willing to trade, and then he's probably gonna retreat his bishop here. Now I'm gonna pin the horse. Most likely receive pressure from the pawn. Alright, so it looks like he's trying to get the king out. So I know that even though this pawn right here is defended. Oh, okay. So he's gonna move his king so that the knight here is no longer is no longer pinned. So I'm gonna try to do one last attack with the pieces I have left. So I'm going to sacrifice here because now this pawn is undefended. And I'll get a free pawn out of this. I'm not entirely out of the game right now, but things aren't looking so good. Let me try to pressure this pawn right here. Maybe I could bring in a bishop. Yeah. I'm gonna bring the knight here to try to. Oh, the idea was to pressure this pawn, but it's kind of defended. So now all I get out of that is a pawn. This check here, it'll probably. Oh, okay. I'm blundering a lot now, and the last chance I probably have is an attack on the left side. Maybe if Antonio blunders, I could get a queen out of this. It doesn't look probable. I want to see if I can try to get this pawn, but I'll probably defend it. Uh, At this point, I'm pretty desperate. I'm willing to make this trade and see if I just need to get that pawn out of the way so I could. Oh wait, did he blunder? Oh, okay. He's gonna take there. Yeah, Antonio knew that my last chance was to pawn storm on the left side. Now on the right, I'm gonna have to try to get one of these try to turn one of these pawns into a queen. I'm pinned right now. If my king goes here, this bishop will get it. If it moves here, same thing. I'll be in check. So these two squares, I can't go. I can't go to this square either. The only square I can really go to is this one right here. And this square, so these four squares are all blocked. And the only way I'm going anywhere is if I move these pawns. Yeah, but I got checkmated. That I could have played a better game, but the King's Indian really helps. So be sure to check out the rest of my videos in the